Okay, so as I said in the last video, SEO is really what I was getting at. There's a difference between people who are looking for red shoe, blue hat, and then whatever the made up name of your show is. And it's really the subject matter that determines that. And this is where show notes comes in. Now keep in mind, even though I was talking about an editor in previous videos, this isn't something you delegate to your editor any more than you would the social media promo. It doesn't have to be. It can be someone entirely different. It could be your assistant producer that I told you to hire earlier. The point is, you have to understand how SEO impacts the discoverability of your podcast. Specifically, with show notes, you can build out what's called on-site SEO by developing quick timestamps and then giving people what that timestamp stands for. At 10 minutes in, we talk about life. 20 minutes in, we talk about business. 20 minutes and 25 seconds, we talk about the creative struggle. Those are timestamps. Those are show notes with a quick summary of what the episode is about. That is not transcription, which is a whole other beast, and most editors won't do it. Again, I know you're looking for a turnkey solution if you're really about that life and you just don't want to think about it and manage people, but that is what your assistant producer is for, to manage all that. And yes, you want to get one small budget, but really it's about how big and how successful you want your show to be. You either have the budget for it or you don't. And if you don't, as of yet, then you've got to do what you've got to do. But show notes are a great way to have what's called on-site SEO. And SEO falls into different categories. There's technical SEO, and that has a lot to do with setting up your site for meta tags and things of that nature, and that's very website related. Then there's local SEO, which has a lot to do with like Google My Business pages and local searches, and that's really comes back to what I was trying to say in the beginning of this video. People aren't looking for you based on location and if you're near me and things of that nature, unless you run like a podcast recording studio or some brick and mortar business that's really more location based, right? So there's local SEO, technical SEO, then there's on-site SEO, and that has a lot to do with the copy and the content or your show notes, right? Where you're hosting that. And yeah, it's possible based on the subject matter for somebody to find your episode or the type of guest you have, if they have enough juice, that's definitely one of the ways. And there's another category for SEO, but for your intents and purposes, for this course, all intents and purposes, that's about as far as it needs to go.